I was driving alone from my friend's place all the way back home. He lived about an hour away at some really remote house. About 20 minutes in though, my headlights lit up something right in the middle of the road, slamming on my brakes a bit harder than I had to. It was a suitcase just standing up in the middle of the road. I decided to just go into the oncoming lane and go around it. It was definitely odd that it was standing upright like that. The roads were still quiet, but then again, something came up in my headlights. This time, it was a truck parked in the middle of the lane. None of its lights or blinkers were on. If I didn't have my high beams on, this could have been dangerously close. I stopped behind them and waited for a second, then honked a few times. The truck didn't move at all. I started to slowly go around it. I couldn't tell if it was from a recent accident or not. More concerning though, I didn't see anyone inside the truck. It was still dark looking through the windows. After that, I was definitely more awake. Was the suitcase and the truck somehow connected? But I only made it another minute before I was forced to stop for a third time. There was a person in the road. He was standing in my lane and waving his arms at me to stop. He looked early 40s and pretty disheveled, messy hair, cuts and scrapes on his hands and arms, and overall just not in good shape. Once my tires stopped moving, he smiled and walked up to my window. "Hey, did you see a truck not too far back that way?" I said yes, I did. "Think you could give me a lift back there?" I asked why it was parked in the road like that, and what he was doing out here. The man stumbled over his words for a second, before settling on saying he ran out of gas and was trying to walk to a gas station. But then, why would I drive him back to the truck? Wouldn't he have asked me to drive him to the gas station? He kept talking though, like he wasn't letting me think too hard about it. Now it was me stumbling over my words, trying to think of an excuse to say no. But my eyes wandered behind him and happened to see something sticking out of the crops on the side of the road. It looked like the tail end of a small car. It was deep into the crops. I didn't know what the hell was going on, but I knew whatever it was wasn't good. I rolled the window up, and the man instantly went from smiling to frowning, and he started yelling and hitting the window. I pulled away and sped down the road. I got my phone out quickly after and called the cops. Reportedly, the truck was gone when they got there, but the car I saw in the crops was still there. That was someone else's car, and the driver in it was no longer alive. Not from a crash though. It seemed they likely picked up a hitchhiker, the guy I saw, and unfortunately that was the last thing they ever did.